Crystal Cole, owner and CEO of Model Mom and C Squared Media.
I'm Erroll, ambassador for Yep Connect, and we are so Detroit.
For hours we can sit and talk. I'm just about anything from A to Z. It's crazy how you relate to me. Oh, girl.
Welcome. Thank you guys for coming. So tell us a little bit about Model Moms and your media company, Crystal.
Okay, well, with C Squared Media, I do celebrity interviews, red carpet hosting, and pretty much just put myself out there as a fashion and lifestyle correspondent. And with Model Mom is a positive movement for entrepreneurial moms to motivate and encourage them. We specialize in health and beauty, community with mentoring young girls, and also the media aspect.
Cool. How did Model Moms, how did you come about that concept?
Well, it started as a social media hashtag, and what happened was I was mentoring some of the younger models when I was modeling locally, and they started calling me Model Mom, and I just developed it into a brand because I was mostly promoting my media, and as an entrepreneur, I was like, well, I need some help. I'm looking for a mentor. There was nobody really there for me, so I decided to become that somebody for somebody else who may be looking.
Cool. So, Erroll, tell us a little bit about Yep Connect.
So Yep Connect is a networking organization, and basically what we do is we help businesses on multi-levels. So we deal with ideation, which is where that initial phase where you're looking to get a business started, you need ideas and concepts. And then we have the what we move into the middle phase is once you've started the business, you need to expand out. So we look to connect you with resources that might be in a similar field. And then we also do a coaching and mentoring part of it as well. So we do a lot of consultation and consulting on, just continuing to build your brand and get it out there. So
does Yep Connect and C Squared Media and Model Moms, do you guys have any business together?
Well, we've done some collaborations. He actually produced my website launch when I came out with C Square Media, and he basically is like my partner in whatever I do. So his company and him himself, they just really we just kind of work together.
yeah, absolutely. We definitely move together. I mean, it's kind of an unsaid, I love her to death, so I support her in everything she does, and it's vice versa. It's definitely reciprocal.
Yeah.
How do you balance that out, the work and love life balance and working together, yet having your own separate identity and time and space and all of that?
I pretty much just go out of the country whenever I know. I'm just joking. I think the biggest thing is that we're friends first. So a lot of it is just understanding her as a friend. And a lot of times we're able to separate the different roles. I mean, you definitely have to be able to categorize different roles. So sometimes as a friend, I can understand when she may be overwhelmed or, need space to, develop herself. And then also as her partner and the person that loves her, I know when she needs to be, held or uplifted, things of that nature. So it's really about knowing the person, and once you get to know that person, you find that balance naturally, and just knowing the different hats that you play within a relationship.
Both of you guys have. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I think the great thing about Errol is that he motivates me and pushes me outside of my comfort zone a lot of times, and I can appreciate that. But then he also knows how to step back when I just kind of want to do my own thing. I want to freestyle and put my own little flavor on it. He'll step back and let me do that. So we kind of, again, having that friend foundation is what really keeps us together.
So speaking of friends foundations, because it seems like in this day and age, there's a lot of you see a lot of couples that come together and then they fall apart. You see a lot of stuff over social media and things of that sort. How do you guys keep the relationship aspect out of the social media limelight, other than, because I can't lie, I've stalked both of y'all pages, so I don't see any obviously every relationship has times where it's up and down. So I don't see any of that downtime with the subliminal posts,
Yeah.
it's whatever, how I get. So how do y'all keep that balance?
Well, for me, I know going into our relationship, I was really against putting anything on social media. But as the time progresses, we want to share those happy moments and we want to share them with the world. Social media is huge. So we let people into our life because we want them to see that we are relatable. But at the same time, any downtime that we have, we work it out before it can even get to a social media. You know, we're talking about it, we're dealing with those issues. We take our time apart and then we come back. We don't weak tweet or negative post. That's just not in our DNA as a relationship, as a couple.
And I mean, I think the biggest thing and one of the craziest things about our relationship, because of course you do have the disagreements or the not seeing eye to eye, but one of the funny things is no matter what's going on, we laugh. We laugh in between it. So I always give her a hard time because she gets a little feisty and she has an accent that comes out when she gets a little feisty. So when that happens, we just kind of laugh about it and, keep moving. And then before you know it, it's back to business as usual.
Yeah, we're usually laughing. Like in the middle of a disagreement, we'll just like bust out laughing. And it wouldn't be anything funny. It's just that because we're friends, it's like, I'm like, you get on my nerves, it's just, I love that about us, that we can laugh even through a tough period.
Both of you guys have children, right? Individually.
Yes.
How do you handle blending a family?
I think it's definitely a balance. One of the great things about it, her children are great. I like to think I have a great son as well. And so the good thing about it is that we always, of course, we're both very religious, very spiritual. So I think having that aspect, we talked a lot about our comfort levels and when it comes to disciplining the children, interacting with the children, things that we were both comfortable with. And then, we took our time. So we gradually started doing things where I would take the children by myself and vice versa, getting to know them, asking them questions. I try to be as involved as possible with like schoolwork or school events, things of that nature. And it's the same way. My son's a little bit younger, so he's in first grade right now. So, but it's definitely the same way where we try to be active. And, she does a great job of talking to the kids, because her children are a little bit older, they're able to voice their comfort level. So that's, we have to be mindful of that because, again, we can be all into our relationship and all into, oh, I love you and you love me. But if we don't take the children into account, we're setting the example for them. And that's what we're mindful of.
Did y'all hear that? Did I just hear
Uh-oh, see? It's all about progression.
Yes, brick by brick.
Yeah, exactly.
Brick by brick. We're building slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. So we're going to play a game. Y'all ready?
I like games.
Oh,
What do we win?
Do you know your... Huh?
What do we win? What do we win for the game?
We'll have to think about that.
See? Leave it to me, right?
You
Yeah.
gonna put me on the spot like that?
No, I'm just teasing. Sorry.
I'm going to ask you the question. You're going to turn it to us. Then reveal the answer. We'll see if y'all match up.
Okay.
Sounds good. You ready?
I'm ready, B.
You ready, Rita?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Who is Errol's favorite rapper?
Oh.
I guess I should write it bigger, huh?
Let's see.
All right, you go first. Yeah, she's correct.
Okay.
Second to only Dylon, and Dylon.
I spit hot fire.
I spit hot fire.
Crystal's birthday is coming up. What would Crystal like to get as a gift?
Can it be more than one thing?
Just one thing, like
Dang.
the number one thing.
Okay, well,
Number one thing.
Number one thing.
I'm so complex.
She is.
Let's see.
It's actually like three things, but I'm gonna go with this one first.
Oh,
Bam.
cool.
Yeah. It's actually like shoes, cake, dress.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So
it's
it's
definitely complex.
Saturday morning, y'all have all the kids. What is Erroll cooking for breakfast?
He cook a lot of food.
Uh-oh. I'm like, I think I want to be over here.
Wait, how you spell?
Oh, no cheating.
She's trying to get the inside information.
You ready?
I'm ready. Oh, I forgot one.
Wait. Oh shoot, I did too. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm with saying. Okay.
You missed
Yeah.
one, but you did good.
Grits.
Eggs,
She
bacon,
had-
pancakes,
she had
sausage,
omelets.
and
Turn it back
grits.
around. Turn it back around.
Because I cook grits. I'm the grit cooker.
That's true. You're
You're
right.
the cook. You're
She is
supposed to be
on grit
cooking.
duty.
Grits.
I did last 2 times.
You did.
Because somebody was in the bed.
Was the grits good?
They weren't as good as mine.
All right, cheese grits or regular grits?
Always cheese grits.
Cheese grits.
But he used like shredded cheese, and I use American cheese because the consistency is better.
See, here
Oh,
we
see,
go.
now you know.
Right.
Now you
Oh,
know.
I know.
Oh,
I just
okay.
don't like it that way.
Okay.
He like my grits. Trust me.
I do like her grits. We still talking food here?
We gotta keep this PG.
Wait a minute. We still talking food here?
That is so funny. Crystal wants to go on a vacation. Where is it? Where's the destination?
Ooh. Shoot, I want to go everywhere.
Right.
Um, shoot. I hope I spelled that right.
It's fine.
I don't think I did, but oh well.
Let's see.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, y'all know each other. That's good. Okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm
Where
thinking
was
that's
your
it.
first date?
Aww.
Well, there's actually like 2, but
Very first.
Very first date.
okay.
Okay. You ready?
It's actually the town pump, but
Oh, but it's good.
yeah, Royal Oak.
It's town what?
It's town pump in Royal Oak.
Oh, it's called. I didn't even see the pump part.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, great thing about it is we just went back there for dinner
Yeah,
2
you
days
just
ago.
we just relived our first date the other day,
Oh,
so
that's
so it's fresh in our minds.
Part of her birthday weekend. It was a Thursday.
Yep.
What is Errol's favorite physical feature for you?
Remember, keep it PG. Keep it PG.
Oh gosh. You were writing longer than me.
Don't make me out to be a savage either.
Right?
If the shoe fits.
Well, she can smile with her eyes.
She does smile. She does smile.
There you
The whole
go.
model thing.
Right. What do they call it? Smizing?
Yes.
The camera a little bit directly. Then.
Right.
There you go. So, breast, legs, or thighs?
I don't, what?
Breast, breast, legs, or thighs. But his favorite piece of chicken.
Oh.
That's something like, what are we doing?
Like,
She already writing. Good job. I think it's fair to say that y'all really know each other pretty well.
A little
Yeah.
bit. A little bit.
yeah.
So what's next we're done with the game. What if, not really what's next, but what advice do you have for other couples that want to be like, because y'all kind of like socialites, y'all in the industry, y'all business professional entrepreneurs. What advice do y'all have for couples that are young now that are trying to do the same sort of thing and have a successful relationship?
You go first.
Well, I would first say you have to know yourself and love yourself. For me, that's a huge part, because you don't know what you like if you don't know yourself. You'll just keep entering into bad relationship after bad relationship. The next thing I would say would be to establish a foundation of friendship, because I'm telling you, that is what keeps us strong. We get mad at each other, we get happy with each other, we might need a break, but we miss each other because we're best friends, and I can tell him anything. I can walk around with my head tied up, walk around looking like a beauty queen, and like I know he sees me. And so I would definitely advise those two things.
For me, it would definitely be friendship is key and fundamental. I think the other thing that's huge is, whatever faith or religion, that you believe in, definitely you have to seek that guidance in prayer and study. One of the things that we do often is we definitely pray together, especially good times, bad times, hard times. So that's definitely important to me. And I think the other biggest thing is just realize that every day you make a decision when you wake up. And so one of the things actually I tell my son, and it's our motto, is do great and be great. So every morning we wake up, no matter what's going on, I make sure that, we set up on the right path. And the other big thing we do is we never really go to bed angry. We might go to bed frustrated, but not angry. I always mess with her, or make sure, vice versa. So that way you don't wake up or feel some kind of way when you wake up. So it's just about, it takes work. You have to study your partner and get to know them and, accept them for who they are. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you guys feel about, like, do you guys live together?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? Like, what advice would you give to a couple that they may be fresh into the relationship or thinking about taking that step? Do you think, because biblically it's like no, don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And y'all mentioned that y'all were religious or spiritual, so biblically they're like no. But I think in this day and age, you gotta really know who you dealing with before, because you might say no, we don't do it this way, and then you find out this is a nightmare. So what is your advice to people thinking about taking that step?
I think my advice would be do what works for you. I think one of the biggest things is you have to balance whatever works for your relationship, not necessarily taking so much context on what others might say or others might feel, but you really need to sit down and have an in-depth conversation with your partner and figure out what works for you and be open to what doesn't work. That's one of the big things that we talk about, is that space and balance and being able to understand each other. So I think it's definitely about finding what works for your relationship, not necessarily what your friend did or your parents did or your uncle's cousin's baby sister, Well, since we got bars, let me raise them up a little bit, expand on the level and elevate it just a little bit. Let me get into the beginning and then the ideation of the whole situation of what we're really facing. See, it's about progression of the relationship of us. We call it Team Us because that's what we build in brick by brick. So every time we get it, we get spit. I thought you was jumping in this a little bit. It's like a cipher, but I'm the only one ciphering. So I'm going to give you an opening.
Needed to do a melody because that's the only way I can feel it. And so I'm going to just plug my business. It's Model Mom in the house. You can reach me at www.modelmomswithaz.com. It's my honey right here. He gonna rap some more because I'm not on that freestyle, but I'm sure that he gonna kill it. So go.
Well, if I'm gonna go, then I'm gonna pick it up from the start, and then when we get done, we gonna leave it where we left it, because we gonna get back to the beginning of this whole thing. So it's Yup Connect in the building. We get connected. So if you want to see me, you can come to www.yupconnect.com. Matter of fact, it's the same on all the social media handles, on Twitter, Instagram. We're not on Foursquare or any of that. Beware. So when you see me and you see us, just know it's about a good time. We're just trying to live life. It's 3 things that we do. We live it up, laugh it off, and drink it up.
Yeah.